Hi there. Oh man, how are you? I'm doing amazing. And thank you again so much for tuning in and checking out this video. My name's Lacey Gurr, and if this is your first time watching my videos, I am documenting my live progress of healing hormonal acne. And through the process, you can watch all the information that I learn and everything that I decide to implement into my life on healing holistically. So I am on day 12. I can't believe it. My gosh, time just flies by. And if you just watched my recent videos, you'll see that I was actually on a business trip. So I finished that business trip on Monday. I went home, unpacked, did laundry, cleaned, prepared food for my next journey, and then on Tuesday morning I left Portland for Bowen Island, BC, Canada. So I have been just traveling, and through traveling I've still been able to keep my commitments to myself and to stay on my regimen that I've been on for healing my liver. So if again this is your first time watching this video, what I have decided is that my hormonal acne is the symptom and is showing me that I have something deeper going on inside of me. And the information that I've gathered and I've gotten is that my liver has a little virus. Well, my body has a virus in it, and it's called the Epstein Barr virus. And this virus is very common, actually, across the board in almost every human. And if you're somebody who has any kind of symptoms in your life of fatigue, of brain fog, of inflammation, of chronic anything, then I could almost guarantee you too have this Epstein-Barr virus. And it's not to really be afraid of it, it's just to know that, hey, awesome, there's something that is going on inside of my body that is causing havoc, and my body, my external body, is showing me and is telling me with all these symptoms and signs that there's something going on and something that's off balance. So when our bodies are in coherence, they're resonating at the same frequency and everything's talking perfectly in balance to each other, then we don't have these symptoms. Then our body's just in health, right? That's a full body health. Mental, emotional, physical. But when we are not, when we're out of coherence, our body's not talking to each other and things are just off and we feel off. So that's when it's time to look inward and say, what is going on? What is not working? What do I need to change or shift to get things back to resonance, coherence? So day 12, I'm feeling great. I'll tell you, 2 days ago, I hit another level of detoxing. I had a gnarly headache in the back base of my head, and I do believe that was just from traveling and not breathing enough oxygen and not getting exercise. So that day I went for a hike around the lake with my friend Ophelia, and I felt fine after that. The headache went away. Deep breath, walking, just really being present. So I'm on day 12 and I'm feeling great. My energy levels are perfect, are normal. I've cut out coffee. I'm still doing my celery juice every morning. I just got done drinking my heavy metal detox smoothie, and I'm feeling great. So that's just my check-in with you and letting you know how I feel. I feel like my skin is getting pretty good. And again, it's a slow process. This isn't an overnight pill. This isn't a quick fix. This is really taking time and being present and being mindful with healing. And if you want true healing, that's the process. This is the process we have to do. We have to go inward. We have to be patient. We have to have compassion. So, yeah. And today I want to share with you a little bit more on the liver and just what's coming up for me and what I'm like really hyped up on and talking about right now. I love teaching and sharing information that I learn because I get really jazzed up about it. And so I feel like this piece of information has helped me really just lock in and anchor into my commitment to myself to healing my liver, because it is so easy to just go back to the old patterns, to go back and to go follow along with society and to eat whatever, to just walk into a coffee shop and be like, okay, I'm gonna have coffee today, or okay, I'm gonna have that croissant or whatever, So this for me really helps me just like lock it in, be like, no, I'm healing my liver and this is why. All right, are you ready for it? So healing the liver 101. This is why we need to really, really focus on how and what and why we're feeding ourselves. Mentally and emotionally too, not just food. But today I'm talking about the liver. Okay, so what I've learned is that our liver is doing a huge job for us all the time. Our liver is working in hyper mode all the time. It is taking out, okay, so basically our liver lies right below our right rib cage. And it's that kidney shaped thing, right? It's like that. And there's a highway of blood that is constantly flowing and pumping blood to our liver. And this highway of blood is responsible for taking all of the stuff, all of the things that we ingest and inhale to our liver, okay? Then our liver gets all of that blood, and then it goes in filtering mode. It filters out the good, the bad, the ugly, the toxic. So it's filtering out all these things, and it's so smart. You guys, our liver has its own immune system. It has an intelligence that we don't even recognize or think about. So let's just take a moment. Breathe into that. Oh my God, my liver is so smart and has an intelligence of its own, right? Okay, so there's that. So the liver is taking all of these different nutrients and toxins, and it's filtering them and putting them into different compartments. And it has a compartment for toxic sludge. It has a compartment for good, healthy. It has a compartment for minerals, vitamins. So it has all these different compartments that it already knows what to do. We don't have to think about it and be like, I gotta make sure I know where this is going. It's happening all the time, every second, every millisecond, all day, every day. Every moment you're awake, this liver is working for you. Okay? So look, this is what's happening, is it's dumping the garbage over here, but it's still holding on to it. Because if it doesn't do that, it's gonna send back blood up to your heart, up to your brain, and into your kidneys with toxins. So look, the liver is doing you such a huge favor at keeping you alive and keeping you healthy. It is keeping the toxic stuff out so that your heart can beat healthfully, so your brain can function healthfully. And if any of these toxins release into your heart and go into the blood in your heart, you're gonna have a huge problem. So this is why we need to really focus on healing our livers. And what does that look like, you might ask? Well, one, our livers are constantly working. So let's just think about that. If you're constantly, well, let's just say I did a 6.8-mile hike yesterday. After I did that hike, I was famished. I was so hungry and thirsty. So your liver also gets hungry and thirsty. So we must feed our liver and we must hydrate our liver so it can do its job. And now the question is, we can't just feed it anything, right? The liver has a specific diet and loves specific foods and functions off of specific foods at its maximum potential. What are those foods? Those foods are oxygen, breathing, water, or hydration, water. So hydration, anything that has water. Sugar, good sugar, and mineral salts. All right, so let's think about this. Oxygen, we got that covered. Water. What are foods that contain lots of water and lots of minerals and sugar? What if we could get a food that has water, sugar, and minerals in it and just eat a lot of that? We would be doing our liver such a favor. Melons. Oh my gosh, melons are so juicy, right? And they have sugar. Sugar is good from fruits. From fruits. We need that type of glucose. We need that. Our liver needs that. Okay? So sugar, apples. Apples are super, super great. They're high in malic acid. So this acid actually goes into our liver and not only hydrates our liver, feeds it the sugar, but also the malic acid breaks apart all those toxins and all those fats that are lodged and stuck and stagnant in our liver. So what happens is when we feed our liver, these foods go into our liver and the liver can actually dissolve and break up the toxins that have been building up that it's been holding on to. And then it can safely run those toxins through our bloodstream into our feces, into our poop, and then disperse those in a healthy way. But if we're not hydrating it to move that stuff through, if we're not giving it enough sugar to break that down, then it's not going to move it out. It's going to hold on to it. So our livers are holding on to fatty pockets of fat, of toxins, of pesticides, of all sorts of crap. And these come from fast food, from processed foods, from highly saturated oils. So if we're somebody who's eating pancakes and donuts, I love donuts, but honestly, okay, pancakes, donuts, French fries, tacos that are deep fried, you know, the deep fried fad, that's really delicious, but it's so toxic for our liver. So look, I know we love food. Our society, our culture loves food. But when I really think about what we're doing, what I'm doing to my body, and how I'm really not respecting the intelligence of my liver, I take a step back and I think from a bigger perspective, okay, why am I doing this? Why am I using my pleasure sensories with food when I can go out and get pleasure sensories from the sun, from the ocean, from dancing with friends or laughing with kids? You know, like there's so many other ways we can get these pleasure sensories met. We have needs. I understand that. We have emotional needs, but it doesn't have to be from food. This is where I come in to share the message that we don't need to get our pleasure sensories and our emotional needs met from food. We need to be taking care of our bodies. And I'm telling you, once you start eating these certain foods, your pleasure sensories will for sure be met and be kicked in. When I eat a watermelon, oh my gosh, so good. When I eat a delicious tomato that's homegrown, oh my God, it is so good, right? Like, it's literally just a shift of perspective. And it's a shift, it's a mental shift. And we've got to do it. If we want to heal our bodies, we've got to do it. Our livers are going to suffocate and die, and they're not going to be able to work for us. Our bodies are so freaking smart, y'all. We just need to give it what it needs, and that's what I'm here to preach. That's what I'm here to be an inspiration, because I'm human too, and I have done it all, right? Like, I've gone diet up, down. So I get it. I totally get it. But it's really finding your why. Like, I started this video out saying, like, my why is totally taking care of my liver and my body and enjoying every moment of it. I'm enjoying this. I hope you are too. And if you have any questions, or if you're struggling, or you need support, because Lord knows we need support. We need support. We can't do it all alone. So please reach out to me, leave some comments below, questions. I'll get back to you. I love connecting. So let's connect. And that's it for today. I hope that was informational, that was inspiring. And again, may your healing journey be filled with love, ease, and grace.